Welcome to Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis. Today, foam or no foam in your racket? Do you want it or don't you? What does it do? Stay tuned. Hey coaches, are you tired of feeding 1,000 balls an hour and not being able to see exactly what's going on in their techniques of your players?
Ready position.
Fast track tennis is the way. They'll feed the balls for you. You can stand on the same side as the person you're coaching. You can see exactly what they're doing wrong. Are they turning? Are they turning wrong?
Uniturn. Swing.
Can you really see it from the other side?
Uniturn.
Get fast track tennis today and help your
Swing.
students and help yourself with your lesson.
Swing.
All right, guys, so I got Patrick here with me. He is ultra sensitive to sound and feel, as he is a musician. So he actually hears pitches and feels them also. And we have the newest Whiteout version 2s from Solinco, the 305 extended with foam. The 290 no foam. Oh, interesting, right? No foam in the lighter one. I wonder what the thought process was on this. We're gonna go hit with it and tell you the advantage or disadvantage of foam. Stay tuned. All right, so the newest version 2s of the Whiteouts are out. As you know, I'm playing with the 305. We have the 290 here today and the 305 extended. Now, back last year, I was given a couple test rackets and one had foam and one didn't have foam. I couldn't share that with you because they were still in the development processes. So I'm going to show you that the 290, I'm taking the butt cap off or the trap door off. And Patrick?
No foam.
No foam. No foam. Okay. So when I was going through the details of the 290, it said no foam in the head. So I had to test if there was foam in the handle. There is no foam in the handle, which means there's probably no foam throughout the whole thing. Now, 305 extended. Trap door out. Oh, what do we got?
We got foam.
We got foam, guys. Yes, we foaming at the racket. Okay. So, that sounds the same. All right, so let's start with no foam first. 290. We're going to take the weight and the balance and the thing out. Just concentrate extremely on feel and sound.
So we've talked about this in the past, even with all the other rackets. I always head toward the foam. Okay. For some reason, the feel is like that little hollowed feel. Yeah. It's just something that doesn't.
It doesn't resonate with you.
Pun intended. I was just going to say resonate. Yeah, pun intended. For some reason, that hollow. And which is funny because we were discussing it's kind of counterintuitive in terms of feel, because I feel like, to me, I get more feel when it feels solid. There's something thick about it. And so I feel like I'm feeling the whole thing that way, whereas the hollow, there's this looser kind of, you know what? It's got to be the vibration in my hand.
Right.
There's more vibration. Yeah, there's more vibration. So I'm losing what that feel really is to me. And maybe that goes back to music and it's a note, so I don't feel like it's a whole note. It feels
interesting,
like something's in the way of it. There's the vibration kind of would equal static in my hand.
Interesting.
That's maybe the way to explain it.
So the what do you call that? White noise?
Kinda. Like there's just extra stuff around what the racket is actually doing in my hand. So I always resonate to something.
But what do you feel when there's foam in there, though?
When there's foam, I feel like I feel the whole racket.
Interesting.
I feel like I'm feeling this whole thing, and there's a solidness to it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It quiets the string down, but you're still feeling it around the frame into the handle.
I mean, like this might be only for our age group and older. Do you remember Tinker Toys?
Yes.
And there was a red Tinker Toy it's that middle length like this, right? Mm-hmm. The green ones are super long, the blue ones are super short. The red one was about here. That red one, if you whack it like this, it has that hollow noise. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And this is goes back to like corking bats in MLB, right? If you filled this with newspaper or something, it has a more solid feel to it.
Right.
Even though you're hitting with the same force, when it's hollow, it has a different noise, right?
Right.
And that's what I'm getting out of that. So the no foam has that talking into a coffee can echo feel. And that echo-ness, I think, to me, is static in front of what you actually would feel.
So even when we tested out the prototypes, foam, no foam, you like the foam.
I like the foam.
And I still like the no foam.
Right. Which is interesting because you equate that to you have more feel because the foam's not taken away from it.
Right. I've spoken to a few people in the industry about foam, and this was their take on it. When they foam something, they sometimes say that it's a delayed reaction because it's absorbing. You don't get the immediate response of the feel of the ball. So it's because it's absorbing, right? Whereas when you don't have foam and you get the hollowness, as soon as that ball hits, you're like, wing, you immediately feel it. There is no delayed response.
See, so then I think it's just me being weird. Like when I equate what tone, so to speak, it's that solidness versus the hollow. And it's not feel that I'm feeling.
Right.
Oh, so yeah.
Yeah,
see?
but here's something else that I found out. When you have no foam, you can also equate that to stiffness because you're feeling it immediately. You're feeling the racket flex or not flex.
Interesting.
It equates to being stiff.
So some people go, "Oh, this racket's too stiff,"
because it's an immediate feel. Versus when you foam it, it's a delayed feel, and that delayed feel can be flexible, more flexibility because it's a delayed reaction into your hand.
Interesting. So, not to go to other brands, like Wilson's Countervail.
Yeah.
I didn't like.
Right. That was too muted. That
Vocal, super dampened.
Right. Because of the handle system, the dampening
system. So that's too much filling, so to speak.
Yeah.
So, oh, interesting.
So when you foam something and when you dampen something, people can equate that to, it's super flexible because I get a delayed reaction off of it. Whereas if it's hollow, it's like, oh, that's stiff, because I hit it and it's immediately, I feel it, So that's the advantages and the disadvantages of foaming a racket. I think probably 80%, if not more, of the rackets on the market are foamed now. So they're trying to give you a more plush, softer impact and feel, less noise. I'm not sure why the 290 is not foamed, but I like it. I mean, I'm thinking about letting the sucker up and seeing what it does for me.
So like the 290 only comes this way. You can't go foam, no foam, foam, no foam. Now, do brands just foam the handle?
It depends.
Reading the paper, you were saying the hoop was foam.
Yeah.
Do people just...
I think when they inject it, they just shoot it one, and then it just gets foamed the whole way because it doesn't weigh very much. It does alter things slightly because when I did a test, like not in front of a camera, weighing, balancing, it alters things by like a point or two here and there when you actually foam something. But I like this a lot, the 290, because of all the feel it gives you. Normal people, you're probably going to need a dampener. 305, it's perfect the way it is.
Yeah, I definitely just said yes after the first two swings.
You knew immediately.
You know what? And, not to go tangent on music, if anyone's a bass player, I prefer flat wound strings with a sponge mute.
Okay.
So I mute down my strings just because that twang. It keeps me within that nice realm in the middle.
Got it.
So maybe that's what it's doing. So
got it.
It's my personal feel.
Got it. That's what I was actually going to say.
Whereas the definition of feel should come from the hollow racket.
Right.
So if you're out there hunting for your racket, know that the definitions do play a role.
Definitely.
Right?
Definitely.
Because they'll be like, oh, this is so stiff.
Right.
When
it's just hollow.
It's just hollow.
It's just hollow.
Right?
It could be stiff, but it could be.
Or, oh, this is so soft. And it might not be, right? Because it's filled. So, yeah. So, my personal feel is always going to be the foam because I feel like I feel the whole thing. Mm-hmm. Whereas when I'm hitting the hollow racket, you hit it and I feel like that contact noise is right here and I don't get it here yet.
Right.
Whereas I'm supposed to.
Right.
So, that's really interesting.
Well,
really interesting.
Patrick, thank you for sharing your opinions. I've hopefully educated you about foam rackets versus non-foam rackets. I know for a fact that I like a hollow racket.
Now, when you say, we should ask. So when you say foam fill, they're not talking about dampening.
That's what it does, though.
So they're saying they're actually saying we're dampening this by filling it with foam, or they're
quieting it. Yes.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah. They're definitely they're dampening the racket a bit, quieting it down. So the two things are happening when they fill it with foam.
Okay.
Yeah. Versus, think about a hollow racket. Like immediate on impact, the vibration or the feel is going to come right through the strings to the bottom, as well as the frame coming into your hand.
So when you see the flex rating on your racket specs, that has nothing to do with that.
That has nothing to do with that.
That's just the frame material and what.
Just the feel of it, just this resonating.
Yeah.
Through the into the handle is what it is. So I just want full feel, like full vibration. If it causes something for me to hurt, I want to know.
Well, that's good because I'll be happily take this off your hands then.
There you go. Oh, another converter. Patrick, thank you so much. Hopefully you do change, and we'll see you in a Whiteout version 2 extended. All right, guys, thank you for watching Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis.